Hey guys, welcome back to Kelly's Creations. I'm so glad you're here. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that like button and share with your friends. Leave me a message down below of which project you like the best. So we're going to use Jenga blocks for the first one. I'm showing you the difference between the Dollar Tree, which is on top, and versus Dollar General. Buying like the Jenga game. The ones I'm using came from Dollar General. My husband surprised me with this beauty. Oh my goodness, look, it even has a sander on the back. How cool is this? It's a tabletop cutting machine, tabletop saw, okay? And you can do diagonal cuts. It's a little dangerous. It was a little scary to use at first. But that bar, you can adjust to do what size cut you want. I'm still learning. And yeah, my little very own table saw. Oh my goodness, I was so excited. So excited. Look how it goes right through those Jenga blocks. Yes, I am turning the saw off before I move the little one out of the way. So what I'm doing here is I have 5 people in my family, so I am using 10 Jenga blocks, and starting with the tallest, which would be my husband, and this kind of doesn't go in order, but it makes more sense to do, mom and dad the tallest. My oldest son is actually way taller than I am, but we're going to do this like this. So start with mom, dad, and then however many children you have. You can also do grandchildren. You can make this as long as you want. But right now I am doing it kind of according to age. So I'm doing, mom, dad, then oldest, middle, youngest, okay? So I'm just hot gluing these together, and the bottom Jenga block is the same size. You only cut the top ones, so that's going to come into play later. So all of the boys I am going to do in red. The girl's sister will be pink. And don't want to say girls because mom is white, okay? So, and you can do your own color scheme. That's how I did this. I found this on Pinterest and I fell in love with this little Jenga block family for Valentine's Day. And I thought it would be so cute to recreate this. All 3 of these DIYs are country-inspired Valentine's decor. I forgot to say that at the beginning. So now I'm going to come in with some mineral, and we're going to dry brush it. This brush came from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put just a little bit on top of all of these to kind of make them look more country, more worn, aged, distressed, whatever you would like to call it. But I just put a little bit on my brush, and I'm only going on the top. I'm not worrying about the sides or the back or anything like that. Totally just putting this mineral on top. And then we're going to assemble this cute little family. Not everybody decorates for Valentine's Day. I think it's fun, even if you only put a few little decor pieces out. I always have enjoyed doing DIYs for Valentine's Day. So let me know in the comments, what style Valentine's decor would you like to see? So once I had it all distressed, I come in with a very tiny paintbrush, and I'm doing red hearts on the girls and pink hearts on the boys. Don't worry about this being perfect because this is really cool. But once they kind of end up looking, even though I tried drawing on hearts, they look like little blobs, but that's okay. Because once this dries, I'm going to come in with a fine tip Sharpie, and I am going to draw a heart. I'm not going to worry about it being totally filled in with that paint. And at the end, I'll show you how cool that looks for a country piece. The heart is just drawn on. So some of that paint is sticking outside of the heart. And that's what makes, to me, I think that looks unique and different. And it gives it that country feel. So use a fine tip Sharpie, draw around your hearts. Mom was giving us a little trouble here. Didn't want to work. Now, you want to grab some beads. My beads had holes in them. I didn't have any beads without the holes, so what I did was I put the hole on top. so you wouldn't see it when you're facing the sign. I really didn't feel like filling. I could have filled them in. I didn't feel like filling them in. The holes didn't bother me. But you do you. If you want them filled in, fill them in. Now we're just going to put hot glue. I used the hole to add the hot glue, and I'm going to put the little head kind of as much in the middle as I can possibly do just by eyeballing it. And I usually fill up the hole, and then I set it on top, so then the hot glue kind of drips down and secures it nicely. So we want to put little heads on this family. This piece is just so cute. I'm just in love with this. So now we're going to attach it. I just put a fine line of hot glue, and I start with the smallest and go up to the largest. That way I can put the hot glue all along the line of the small. So now you see me going the other way, grabbing the smallest so I can attach mom to dad, and then of course the last child to mom. Just makes it real easy to attach. Grabbing some twine. I want to hide that line that you see, and it's a perfect line because all my Jenga blocks on the bottom are the same size. So I'm just going to take some twine, I'm going to wrap it around 3 times to hide that line, kind of space it out a little, but having one piece of twine going across that one line. Then I'm going to take the twine, I'm going to tie this in a knot, and I'm going to make a twine. I thought I made a bow, but I did not make a bow. I grabbed my heart. I'm going blank here. It wouldn't be a new year if Kelly didn't go blank, right? You know it's going to happen. I do leave the tails on the twine. So I just cut those tails down. I put a little piece of, or a little dab of hot glue under that, just to secure that little knot in place, and so it will stay where I want it to stay. So then I bought these hearts off of Amazon. I'm going to talk about them more later. You get a bunch of hearts, and I'll show you the bag I got in the next project or the third project. I'm not sure. But when I show you the bag, I'll talk about them. So this is like the biggest heart that came in the bag. I just wrote, "This is us," and I put a little heart on it. You can put the year you were married. You can leave it blank and not put anything on the heart. Then I used a little bit of hot glue, and I secured that heart on top of the knot. And I think this is such a cute little Valentine's family. Oh my gosh. Like, I would totally make these and give them out as gifts. So here's the close-up. And you'll get to see how cool just drawing on the heart. I just think that looks adorable. It makes it look so country. For project number 2, I got this sign last year at Dollar Tree. It says "You and Me," and I forgot to show you guys the sign before I started taking it off. It was purple, and it's cardboard letters, but man, they did not want to come off. My original plan was to just take that right off, and you can't pop this out because it's in between. So yeah. We had to go to plan B. I wanted to use the white kind of shiplap background for this, but those words were just, I was struggling. I was using a butter knife. My scraper didn't work, yeah. And as I was taking off the letters, I was nicking the sides. So I came back in with my butter knife, and I just kind of distressed it with the butter knife because I had already damaged the sides of it trying to get these letters off. So that's why you see me kind of distressing it. This is all country decor, so a little imperfection and distressing is, I think, part of country decor. So I went and grabbed some of this beautiful scrapbook piece of paper that I have in my book that I bought from Walmart. You guys have seen that book a million times. And cut it down to size. So instead of having the white shiplap, I'm going to put this beautiful teal with the pink and red roses scrapbook paper on top of here. This would have, I think, been cute either way. I think actually by me using the floral scrapbook paper, it looks more country to me than it would have with just the shiplap. If I would have left the shiplap, it probably would have been more farmhouse. So let me know what you think in the comments. Last year, I got these wooden hearts from Dollar Tree. And I haven't even gone to Dollar Tree in probably a couple months. I'm really trying to use what I have in my stash. Because every time I go to Dollar Tree, I end up like spending way too much money and buying a whole bunch of more stuff. And I already have a lot of stuff I can use. So these hearts, I love that they had a cutout heart in the middle. And this sign is 2 hearts being tied together and becoming one. That was my whole thinking behind the sign. So 1 heart was red for my husband, 1 heart was pink for me. Then I took these little bitty hearts and painted one of them red and pink. I come back in with mineral in my little brush from Dollar Tree. I'm going to dry brush this mineral on top of them, just like I did with the little Jenga family, just to kind of make it look more old and distressed and more country. And then we're going to assemble this sign. What is so neat is because these big hearts have cutout hearts in the middle, and then you add the little bitty hearts in it, it's a sign about 2 hearts finding each other, and once they found each other, it completed their hearts. And I just thought that was like a cute little story to go behind, making the sign. So I just take some hot glue, and I'm going to first put the red one down, kind of kitty corner. So I want to kind of push it up as far as I can go and put it kitty corner. Then I'm going to come in with the pink heart. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue, and I'm going to put it kitty corner in the other corner so that the bottoms of the hearts kind of come together. And hot glue worked perfect. I almost used Elmer's glue or something, but I was just do the hot glue. It stuck perfect to the scrapbook paper. Now you take your little mini hearts, and I'm going to do those kitty corner also, because I want part of that cutout to show these 2 hearts came together and now they're complete with each other. I just think that's so cute. Then I'm going to come in with some twine and connect these 2. So put the pink heart on the red heart on the pink heart, do it a little kitty corner so that you can see that there was at one point an opening and these filled each other in. Then come in with twine, and I'm going to connect the 2 hearts with a piece of twine and 2 little twine bows. So I start by just adding a little dollop where that hole already was. Second bonus to this is you're covering that hole. Now you're not going to see it. I just come in and add a little hot glue, put my bow on there. I'm going to cut the one tail off of the bow because I want you to just see the string that connects the 2. I don't want that tail getting in the way. That was a little tricky too because it wasn't cooperating with me. Or I need new scissors. One of the 2. My scissors probably aren't sharp anymore. So then I kind of eyeball where I want it. I don't want too much hanging down. So I add a little dollop of glue and I go over to the other heart, do the same thing. Attach that twine and add the bow. Then all I do is cut those little tails off. Once I cut the tails off, it's done. I absolutely love this little country sign. It's kind of along the lines of the Jerry Maguire movie, You Complete Me. Oh, I love this sign. So far, which one is your favorite? We're going to be heading on to DIY number 3. All right, number 3. Here's that book from Walmart, and there's the scrapbooking paper that I used for that last sign. So what I'm going to do is grab one of these signs that I got from Dollar Tree. I think they still sell these. I did get this last year. And I absolutely love these signs because you can remove the back easily. It has tabs on the back. Don't worry about those flowers. They pull right off. You can actually use them for another project. They're felt. I think they're called felt flowers. The little glue comes right off. I mean, this is such an easy sign to make over. And that's why last year I bought like 5 or 6 of them because I knew I would be using them for projects. So I just removed the back by just lifting up the tabs. It pops right out. And I am going to use the scrapbook paper on top of the backing. I take it out eventually. Come on, there it goes. I don't know what I was doing. And I'm just going to put it on my scrapbook paper. I'm going to measure it and then cut it down to size. Now, I did use a glue stick at first to attach it, and it just wasn't sticking well enough. So I do end up just putting a couple little dabs of hot glue to secure it down. I normally don't have a problem with glue stick. I don't know if it's because I didn't rip the paper off of that sign before I tried attaching my scrapbook paper. When I was doing this, I really didn't think I needed to, but maybe I do. So if you want to take it one step further, remove that original paper that came on the sign. So like I said, at first you're going to see me using a glue stick, and then I just added a couple dollops of hot glue off camera and put this back in the frame. Now, I was inspired by a sign I saw on Pinterest as well for this one. And it was kind of along, it was a canvas. It wasn't something that somebody made. It was like a picture that was shown on Pinterest. And I'm like, oh, that would be so pretty to make my own. Now, their background was like white, but because I wanted to do a country Valentine's video, I decided to stay with the floral and teal because I absolutely love that scrapbook paper. Now, this bag of hearts I got off at Amazon, and it comes with like larger hearts, medium hearts, and then a bunch of tiny little baby hearts. And I'll link that description below if you guys are interested and you would like to purchase it. I used a ton of hearts for this project, and I still have so many hearts left. I mean, it didn't even make a dent in how many I got. So that was really cool because I have all these little wooden hearts for future projects. So what I did was I started off by putting little bitty hearts all over. And I'm not going to show you. It took a while. It was a little tedious. I wish I would have mixed it up and did all the different sizes. I do come back later and add the bigger ones, but I wish I would have done it right now and just did like the big, medium, small, all of it at the same time. Because I liked that look better. When I was doing this, for some reason, I thought it was just going to be all little. So then I take the big heart and I paint I paint them both red. And then I paint the other one, kind of dry brush the red on, because I wanted that to be different than these two. My voice is so scratchy. Sorry about that. So I paint the 2 hearts, and then I come back in, I dry brush the third one. And I think I dried these with my heat gun because I'm going to use my Sharpie and draw the date that we were married on the one that was dry brushed. And then on the red hearts, I'm going to put my husband's name and I'm going to put my name. And you want these to be a different color. If you don't want red, you can do 2 different colors. You can do your favorite color, whatever your little heart desires. But you do want these 3 hearts to stand out from just the plain wooden hearts that are on the picture. And I absolutely love country Valentines. I asked you guys at the beginning, let me know what you would like to see, what style. Are you guys still into farmhouse? I heard this year is going to be the year for color. Get away from the white and gray and actually do pops of color, which I'm excited because I love color. And I love farmhouse, and I love country, and I love rustic country. The only style that is hard for me is modern. But what is your favorite style? I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you guys would like me to do, because this channel is all about you. It's all about what you like and what you would like to see. So once I had those done, I positioned them where I wanted on the frame, and then I came back in and just added a little bit of hot glue so that I could glue these red hearts down. And now you see why you want them to be a different color, because they just pop on the frame with the other neutral wood hearts. I love the background. That's probably one of my favorite pieces out of that book, is that teal with the roses. I thought the roses worked perfectly for Valentine's. I thought the wood teal grain worked perfectly for country. So that was what my brainstorming was when coming up with this idea. Now, hot glue worked perfectly, and I keep losing my voice. I'm so sorry, guys. It gets scratchier and scratchier. Hot glue worked perfectly except for strings. So I just came in and I was pulling up strings, and it did not ruin the piece. I didn't rip it or anything. I just kind of came in with my tweezers, and every time I saw a string, I pulled it. There was quite a few because I was trying to go so fast. Go a little slower and you might not have so many strings. Somebody also told me put your glue sticks in the freezer. Does that work, guys? I'm not sure. I haven't tried it yet. So now I came back in, and I'm kind of, any space that was big enough for one of the larger hearts, I was filling in spaces and putting those larger hearts down. That's why I said at the beginning, I wish I would have realized that I wanted the larger hearts on here as well, because doing this all at the beginning would have been a lot better. I think this looks a lot better with the big hearts. And here's the picture all done. So did you like the country Valentines? Which one was your favorite? Are you new to my channel? Is this your first time seeing my channel? Please let me know in the comments below. I hope everybody's start to the new year has been wonderful, and I love y'all so much. Have a blessed and wonderful week, and I'll be back next Tuesday. Bye, y'all.